Tornado there, now headed toward the Vincent area. That's the same storm that is going to be heading toward Talladega. So we could do a little bit of a timeline with this storm moving at about 55 miles per hour. Talladega is about 22 miles away. So we're talking less than a half hour for this possible tornado that's now near the Chelsea area, just to the south and east of Chelsea, to be heading toward the Talladega area. So let me zoom in just a little bit more. Storm, the velocity signature has gone down just a little bit on that. We'll hope that continues, but it's heading toward Harpersville and Vincent, and then generally toward the Talladega area.
All right, Greg, we have about a minute and a half before the commercial break. Should we look farther north, because we have had storms earlier up into Virginia, heading up toward Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, just to check in on that before we take a break.
And we're down to one tornado warning in that area. It's down to the south and east of Spotsylvania. Washington, D.C. there is up at the top center.
They really died out, didn't they?
And it is beginning to die down, as I kind of expected would happen, but still a tornado warning in this storm, not far away from the Bowling Green area, heading up toward the Port Royal area and the King George area down to the south of Washington, D.C. Still have quite a few storms, though, that are ongoing, including one now just to the east of Knoxville that beginning to look a little bit more like a bow echo. With a backward C, like in a bow and arrow, maybe racing its way toward Jefferson City, toward the Danville area, towards Sevierville area. But in those little kinks along the leading edge of that, you can occasionally get tornadoes. So there's still our tornado warnings across this area, but it is past the Knoxville area at this point.
And that's running right into the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Yes.
There, so that's definitely going uphill. But as you say, having some experience in there, when you get these bow echoes coming across those mountains, that wind can get funneled in those mountains. You can get really, really strong winds in some of the valleys.
And still all sorts of series of storms, some of them looking more like bow echoes, some still looking like supercells, rolling across the areas south and east of Athens. We've had round after round of these storms today across this area of southeast portions of Tennessee. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.